certain extreme situations, the law is inadequate. In order to shame its inadequacy, it is necessary to act outside the law, to pursue natural justice. This is not vengeance. Revenge is not a valid motive, it's an emotional response. No, not vengeance. Punishment.
Tonight we have a chance to say, yeah, you're right. We're too extreme, we're too wild, we're too out of control, we're too full of our own shit. Or we have a chance to say, hey, fuck you, you're wrong. Fuck you, we're right. Because you have all made it to the dance. Because believe me, this is the dance. Start the show.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Steel Toe if Geno's gonna come on, I'd better start that. There we go. Welcome to the show. It's the Steel Toe Morning Show. I'm Aaron Imholte. Welcome to the program. Like, subscribe, all that happy horse shit. Hey, it's Rumble Friday. We're gonna be saying goodbye to YouTube in a little while, and we'll be going Rumble exclusive. We'll put the link up in the YouTube chat, pin it to the top of the page, all of that good stuff. We'll hang out with the YouTube chat a little bit. It's also Rumble Friday. Since there's no copyright problems or anything, you want to send in clips, music, shit like that. I'm sure people have a lot to say. Kotod already in there. $5 links, $10 immediate plays. And it's kind of a fun way to wrap up the week. People get to, especially the weeks I've been having lately. The audience gets to throw in some stuff, make their jokes, throw a little content of their own in there. But we have plenty of stuff to talk about today. I got kicked off the front page, god damn it, with the Trump thing. No more news for me. I think that's all right. I think that's okay. You know what? I am happy. I think I said when this whole thing started, I said, it'll be a thing for this week and then it'll go away. I mean, not like go away, but like it'll be done. You know, Wednesday evening was the evening we're like, all right, I've said my piece. I'm done with my part of it. We can cover the rest of it. And then as some news comes out, we'll talk about it. But it's gone from being the whole show like it was on Friday and Tuesday. Friday and Monday. And then on Tuesday and Wednesday, it was half the show. And then Thursday, it was a little less than half the show. And now today, it'll be small little pockets of the show. And I think that's the perfect bringing it in for a landing. I think that's the perfect way to handle it. I think this is, it goes up, it goes down. You know, a lot of people don't like me. Oh boy. And by the way, they shouldn't. What have I done that's so good? I know we've gained a lot of fans. I know a lot of people do like me. I know a lot of people can kind of relate to where I've been, where I'm going. You know, I've gotten a lot of messages from people who are like, look, I've been through similar things. You know, forgive yourself, move on, do positive things from now on. And that's really good advice, and I appreciate those people. And then there's other people who go, fuck this guy. He's a degenerate. He's a piece of shit. These people don't owe me anything. That's totally fine. I mean, the criticism and all that stuff that I'm getting, it's totally fair. I've never run from it. I've never told them they couldn't. You know, I get messages from people all the time. They go, so-and-so's talking shit about you. I'm like, well, yeah. Part of a big embarrassing news story. Why wouldn't they be talking shit about me? Could you imagine if Taylor Swift got messages every time someone was talking shit about her? Oh, my God. She would have got 4 messages about Keanu by herself. So, yeah, I mean, that comes with the territory. And like, did I miss something? Did I miss something where I'm a babyface in this whole thing? I'm pretty sure this is a heel program we're running. So I would say 2 things. Anyone who's kind of like, you know, trashing me up or anything like that, I don't think you're doing anything dangerous. I don't think you're doing anything that's, whoa, look out for this guy. He's really giving it with the risky commentary. Wow. You're not. You're kind of just pointing out the obvious, like I already did. And then for the people who you know, like me, became a new fan, you know, understand that the past is the past and the future is new. I appreciate those people. I like those people. Of course I like those people. They like me. It's easy to like people who like you. But I don't know. I would say my final thoughts on it all, to keep it general, because I am shutting the fuck up. To keep my thoughts on it pretty general would be this. Until you walked a mile in my shoes, until, you know, whether or not you think I should have done this or I should have done that, as far as like, you know, what I've talked about, first of all, anything I've talked about was going to come out and have to be discussed. Number 2, if you haven't been through it yourself and you haven't, you know, felt the things I felt, I appreciate your criticism. It's fine. I don't really care. It doesn't. Believe me, I'm working through my shit. Thank you very much. So we've got some things to talk about today. I know Geno's going to be here in a little bit, and when he gets here, he's going to have a lot to say. You got the Trump thing today. The Trump thing is insane. We've got a guy who, very likely, if you look at all the polling, is starting to run away with becoming president. And call me nuts. I think this only helped. Maybe I only read one part of the internet. That's fair. I could be guilty of that. But everything I've been seeing about it is either people who already dramatically hated this guy's guts being very happy. But what I've seen from people who were either undecided or weren't very excited about Trump, their attitude has been, well, guess I got to vote for Trump now. You know, with all this shit he's been through and you know, this the case, and a lot of people see it as kind of targeting. They're like, well, I guess I got to vote for him now. This seems like kind of a witch hunt. His sentencing is going to be held, I think, July 11th. They're going to hold it, which kind of surprised me because I thought, as political as this all is, I thought they'd go closer to November for the sentencing. Like, that would be their big October surprise, would be like, we're going to put him in jail and he can't go to the White House. I don't know what, because there were like, 36 counts that they found him guilty on of the business shit. I don't know what you can sentence a guy with for something like that. We'll dive into all of it today, but I'm not a trusty law tuber, as it were. By the way, I love that I went through everything. Like, I was like the firsthand part of it, like all this stuff that's being, you know, reported and all that. And I'm getting called by people who are casual observers obsessing over it multiple times a day on streams. They call me a grifter. That is fucking rich. I have to say, that is the most hilarious. What makes me laugh nowadays? Couple things make me laugh. Tires, the Shane Gillis show. Afterlife, the Ricky Gervais show. And a bunch of grifters calling the kettle black. Fucking hilarious to me. Talking about your life is clout chasing. Talking about me, talking about my life is way more clout chasing than anything I'm doing. So, again, hand on the Bible, right hand in the air. My official last words under oath, suck my dick. How about that? Suck my dick. Oh, Geno's going to be here. You know what? Let me tell you something about the Biscontis that I admire. they're like Axl Rose at a headline gig. You know, they're like, show starts at 6:00, and they kind of sit behind the curtain and fuck with you and build that anticipation. They're kind of like, not coming out yet. Not coming out yet. Nope, not quite coming out yet. Now I'll come out. Let's read a little bit of the chat. Let's talk to the audience a little bit, and then we'll say goodbye to YouTube. We'll go to Rumble. If you're a YouTube fan and you're new here, we are going to move to Rumble a couple minutes after Geno gets here. Rumble Friday, we just kind of fuck around with the fans, have some fun. White girl hoeing with $1.99. Oh, she means like gardening. Says $1.99. Thank you for the $2. Says, I know that Star Wars girl isn't a fan of yours. Look, if every bubble-headed Star Wars cosplaying grifter, if I had to worry about everything they ever said about me, I don't really think I'd be living a full life. Anna, that's Star Wars. Are you? Are you that Star Wars girl? Oh, look out. I bet you she's got pictures of her dressed as Princess Leia in Jabba's ship. Oh, I tell you what, fucking trailblazer, this one. Look at, is she a truth teller too? I bet you not only is Star Wars girl like, you know, the cosplaying shit, obviously, but I bet you also she sneaks in like I'm a MAGA girl and I like Trump kind of. Is she based too? Let me guess. Is she a girl? Is she a skinny girl with tits who dresses up like sci-fi characters and is super fucking based? Holy shit, what a trailblazing icon. Oh my, what am I going to do being targeted by such a truth teller? Yeah, guys, I've got terrible news for the people who don't like me. I have way bigger fish to fry than you. I'm sorry. I know you want to be a badass on the internet. I know you want to tell it like it is, but I have terrible news. My dance card, quite full at the moment. Got some groups, got some therapy, got some golf, got some boxing, got some talking to people, got some not talking to people, got a divorce that's just wrapping up. Oh, boy. Yeah, I don't, you know, I hate to Don Draper, Star Wars girl, but if we're in the elevator, she's definitely Ginsburg, and I don't think about you at all. That's like YouTube commenters, people on Twitter looking up at me and going, I feel sorry for you. I don't think about you at all. I'm sorry. Like I said, not because I'm so much better. It's because up here, dance card full. $10 from Chris O'Lean says, I'm mildly surprised by the amount of hate you're receiving for having a guilty conscience and healing it by trying to tell the objective truth of what happened. P.S. 220 Steel Toe Morning Show is a gem. The February 20th episode? I don't know what that one would be. But thank you for going back. Chris is a new fan of ours. I appreciate Chris. You're surprised by the amount of hate I'm getting? I mean, look, I'm not surprised by the amount of hate I'm getting. A, it's the internet. B, some people don't forget. Look, just because I'm sitting here saying I'm sorry, just because I'm sitting here saying I feel bad, just because I'm sitting here spilling my guts, and there's, you know, the internet's full of phonies. And so there's going to be a lot of people who look at me doing an honest thing and going, he's full of shit, he's grifting, he's a phony, he's clout chasing. If I were clout chasing, I could have stretched all this out. I could have just drawn it out over time, but no. Nah, I don't work that way. If something's up here and it's bothering me, comes out. It's just the way I am. I'm being disciplined now. I'm shutting the fuck up about, you know, my story and whatnot. And we're moving on and we're talking about news and all that. But you can't be mildly surprised by the hate I'm getting. First of all, some people just like to defend other people. That's totally fine, and I hurt those people's feelings. And also, there's a lot of people out there who don't give a shit if I have a guilty conscience. They don't care, nor should they. There's a lot of people like Ashton from Keno Casino who are, they see themselves as morally upstanding, morally righteous people, which I would never do because I never want to be knocked the fuck off that ladder because that level of hypocrisy is a huge fall from grace. But there are people like that who, like, they don't give a shit if you're sorry. They don't give a shit if you're contrite. They don't care. They're like, this guy did this, and I fucking hate him for it. That's it. So, I understand, Chris. I get your point, but that's the internet, dude. That's the way it is. Like, in my real life, everyone has forgiven me. Even when I can't forgive me, they've forgiven me. So, I'm fucking cool, buddy. You know what the crazy thing about the internet is after your show's over? You can just not look at it. You can just, with my Twitter, what I do, I refresh my notifications, scroll to the top, shut it off so I don't have any more notifications. There we go. That's it. Easy enough. MGD with $5 says, Aaron, it's lunchtime here in the UK. I'm a tad peckish and have no idea what to get. Pick it for me. A sandwich of some sort. What do you guys eat in the UK? You guys eat all fucked up. You guys eat beans with your fish. Like baked. You guys are weird into baked beans. Or not, yeah, baked beans. I don't know. And like plain shitty baked beans. Like in America, we got like barbecued baked beans and you throw some bacon in there. You guys have really pale, shitty looking baked beans. So get like a sandwich, a deli sandwich, and some of those beans you fucking weirdos like. I don't know. Anything you got to eat with a spoon in the middle of the day, unless it's soup. Doesn't make any sense to me. All right, thank you guys very much for the super chats. Like I said, when Geno gets here, we're going to switch it over to Rumble, but we will keep up with the chat a little bit. Kotod's we got links to play already. Kotod with $5 over on Rumble. Thank you. Trucker 18 Wheeler with a couple of links over on Rumble. Let me guess, for Rumble Friday today, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be sending in stuff to, make fun of the humble host of this program. Just a guess on my part. What do we got? 15 over on Rumble, 10 over on YouTube. That's a grand total of 25. 320 is today's goal for overtime. If you'd like to contribute to our show, the links are up in the chat. Streamlabs, PayPal, Super Chats, Venmo, memberships, gifted memberships, Rumble rants, and all of that. Hook and Book says, peckish. What kind of fag talk is that? Yeah, the British say peckish. The British say peckish when they're hungry. They're just, I don't know, they fucking talk weird. I think they're still a little upset that we took the English language here and made it better. Hobo Chili Recipe says, Aaron, you need a keto casino. Oh, I get it, because I'm fat. Hobo, you'll be happy to know at boxing yesterday, during my pre-boxing workout, I did do a few 2-minute planks. I do those. And you know what's sick about this show and disgusting about the fans of this show? I fucking think about Hobo Chili Recipe when I'm planking. It's so gross, dude. Like to be sitting there planking and looking at the timer on your phone and you go, oh man, Hobo Chili Recipe would be happy I'm doing this. And you're like, oh God, stop. Don't think about Hobo Chili Recipe outside of the Steel Toe Morning Show. That's fucking gross, dude. That is disgusting. Bigot on Socialist Media says, keep making your retarded haters rage. I mean, are they all retarded haters? Some of them just plain don't like me. And I can see why they wouldn't like me. I'm arrogant. I give off a very wrestling heel persona. The people who like me think it's fun. The people who like me think it's engaging. They think it makes for an entertaining show. People who don't like me see it as unearned arrogance and they think I'm a shit. The weird thing to me is I've confessed to all this. I've admitted all this. So why they get mad at me for it, I don't understand. I've told you what it is. I've been very upfront with you what I am. And you're like, you're this. I'm like, yes, I told you that already. With my haters, the thing is, the conversation goes in circles. You know? Like, Steel Toe hate doesn't go anywhere. It's on a hamster wheel, just going around like that. Oh boy. I mean, they're just like, you're an arrogant piece of shit and I don't like you. Yes, I've told you this already. Like, quit repeating shit I said to you back to me. It makes you look like a child. Scotty Jonesy says, depends on what part of the UK regarding peckish. I didn't know this. Also, America doesn't speak English. Legally, the USA has no language, which is bizarre. It's funny. We look at like Europe as like progressive and all this shit, but America's actually like weirdly more non-culturally specific, like less nationalistic than some parts of Europe. Like Europe, they still have countries that are Christian countries, English-speaking countries. In America, we deny doing that. We're like, no, we're a melting pot. We're this and that. It's like, yeah, but we can have a few things that are, if they're clear, like clearly labeled, like, yeah, we speak English in America. I feel like you can acknowledge that. I actually feel like we probably get in trouble not acknowledging it. $5 from Matt Field says, hobo gets into your head like brainworms from Star Trek 2. AP is on in 15. Have a good show. Love Adonis Paul's on in 15? I thought he goes overnight. Old AP. Oh, well, you learn something new every day. 3:15 is the number for today to do overtime. Thank you very much for more for all the support you've been giving to this program. I'm loving the links that are coming in right now. We've got 4 of them to play when Geno gets here. Thanks, guys. You know what? Wait, never mind. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's say hello to a man who was caught ranting and raving like a lunatic on the streets of New York City. One Geno Bisconti. Hello, buddy.
Hey. Yeah, it might have just been the final straw, the final snapping, but it's surreal what's going on now. And we're all just sitting in a bar. You're obviously, and I'm obviously talking about when the Trump verdict came out yesterday. And it's like, I'm sorry, like you're like, is that really going to happen? And then when it does, you're like, this cannot be happening. We can't. And it's like, well, it's time to just go out on, what's the line from The Simpsons? Is it time to just smashing people over the head and eating the gooey stuff inside? It is. Because I'm sorry, I got a couple of years on you and most of your viewers, I would argue. And this is the shit you grew up watching in other countries saying, thank God we live in America. And it's amazing how, like, you just go on the street and everyone knows what you're yelling about and everyone's kind of giggling. Most are giggling. And then you two women walk by. Hold on, let me say it right. 2 women walk by, And I'm like talking about the Trump thing, and they're like, yeah, they got him, right? I'm like, yeah, you fucking cunts. This is where you say, what did they arrest him for? Say, what was he arrested for?
If I could explain the charges, because now Geno, I'm a law tuber now.
Yes. Oh, please.
I'm a YouTube lawyer now.
They're down one. They're down one law tuber.
Sorry about that. Hold on. Give me a second. I'm being silent on things I shouldn't say. All right. I believe what it was they said that Trump, like, he funneled the money through his lawyer but paid a bribe.
Okay. Can I stop you right there? And to say that's how it always starts. I believe, you understand? Normally when people are on, why was John Wayne Gacy? He dressed up like a clown, fuck kids and ate them. All right. Why was
wait, hold on. I don't want to get sued for slander by the Gacy family. He didn't eat them.
Are you sure?
He buried them in his crawl space.
I'm confusing him with Jeffrey Dahmer. What did Jeffrey Dahmer do? Drill holes in gays people's head, tried to make them robots, and he would eat them. All right.
I only do half of those things.
Yeah, you can go through one thing after the other. What did this gentleman do? He got caught in the house with guns, drugs, and children. You can go on and on.
Who?
But it's the law tuber we're down. You can go on, but it's always specific. But when you ask someone what Trump did, no matter what side they're on.
Hey, wait a minute. I think I know who you're talking about. Don't forget, he also fucked my wife.
Please, we'll be reminded of that throughout the day in the chat.
Throughout the day, I believe if you and I are doing Rumble Friday when you're 80, we'll be being reminded of this. Yeah.
I would look forward to that. But you understand when you say, as far as I can tell, I believe because all the guy did was be a millionaire, go golfing, meet Stormy Daniels, say, I'd like to fuck this chick, paid her, regardless of how it was, because they tried 9 different ways to do a chain of payment, and none of them were illegal, other than when you're the most alpha position in the world, which is president of the United States. I'd want that guy fucking a hooker. I would. I'd want that guy saying, you know what, it's so great being a dude, I think I'm going to get myself a hooker today, or whatever you want to call Stormy Daniels. That's not fucking anything he should be tried for. No one, I'll say it again, no one is fucking investigating the straight line that is the Biden crime family. How is, like, what was Donald Trump's family? Donald Trump was a billionaire before he came, millionaire, whatever you want to call him, before he came into office. He fucking was the first president ever to say, you don't need to pay me. He fucking, and when people sit there and say he's an animal, he's going to do terrible things, he's literally shown what he's done. He's got a track record. But you get these people that literally believe every stupid lie out of the left's mouth. And it goes all the way, and I've been ranting about this all week. I'll pray for Jimmy Kimmel's son. But do you understand what fucking karma is? Do you understand what karma is when you are complicit with the left, just making money hand over fist to be a part of the machine's lies, to sit there and say, go to get the vaccine and fucking have a hand in every child that was ever vaccine injured? You have a hand in that. You understand? And for you to sit there and be like, oh, my poor son. Yes, I pray for your son, Jimmy Kimmel. But if you don't have an ounce of atonement knowing that you're complicit in this, if you can't see the lesson that it's like, hey, do me a favor, Aaron, can you send Jimmy Kimmel another $1 million so he could dip his fucking baby in it, so he could dip his fucking 7-year-old in it and see if that makes him better, makes him that fucking any less fucking stressed out as a parent? Would you be a doll and do that? Well, you fucking liberal fucking faggot. And I don't care if you're gay. I'm a fucking 55-year-old man, and when I call you a faggot, I'm saying you're a piece of shit.
Do you mind if
I love gay people. I hate any fucking faggot that's sitting there saying, oh
mind
my
if we
God,
switch to
thank
Rumble
God they're
before
putting this monster fucking behind bars, which they're not.
Do you mind if we switch to Rumble before you get on too much of a roll here?
Are we on YouTube?
Yeah, we haven't switched yet, buddy.
Never mind.
I have a question for you. Do you feel like there's going to be, and be honest with me, it's okay, you can be honest. Do you feel like you've got a lot of those outbursts in you today?
We could do this. I'm Lionel Richie. Daddy can play it all night long.
Why don't we? Because I'm doing a thing in my life where I'm getting back to routines. And getting back to Rumble Friday would be very good. So if you feel you have a lot of those rants in you today, why don't we go ahead, as I'm known to do, and swap and go over to Rumble.
Well done.
Yes.
Well done, young man.
Thank you.
Sorry, I just assumed we were over. I got here. I always give you 15 minutes, and then I enjoy listening to you on your little solo rolls, and then I forget that we're not over there yet, buddy.
I tell you what, to the people who are watching us on YouTube right now, the link to the Rumble show is pinned to the top of the chat. Go there. Thank you very much for the super chats. Appreciate it.
Is this time for you missed a Kayla joke there. Speaking of things that have been pinned at the top, and there's chat. No, all right. Leave that on YouTube.
I just want everyone to get better. Any slight that I feel. Let me put it this way. You know what, YouTube? We're going off to Rumble, and then I'm going to talk to Geno about some things, and then we'll get back to Trump, and then we got a bunch, and then we got all your links to play today as well. So YouTube, thank you very much. Head on over to Rumble. We'll see you there this morning, and we'll break some records. I think our current viewership record on either YouTube and Rumble is currently 18 or 19 something 100. Could be 2,000, but we're going to see if we can break that on Rumble today, guys. If we get over 2,000, I'm calling it a new record. Go over to Rumble, watch the show. We appreciate